And welcome back to episode 255 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I'm your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co-host, Malcolm Top Flight Security.
Top Flight Security over.
How you feeling?
Man, another week. What's happening?
Week.
What's happening?
Got my guys with me, CT Ski, Coach Mike in the building. What's happening with y'all?
What's good?
Another one. And I know you just here to take your licks, like
you said. I am. Don't let it be said.
You just here for the licks, so let's give them to him. This reverse slavery. We get to whoop on this nigga this week.
Whoop on the white boy first.
We get to give him licks. First lick I gotta give you, of course, and I know
the opening play of the game.
Derrick Henry.
The famous Derrick Henry.
That's King Henry.
That motherfucker has the nerve to triple his yardage against us in the last 3 games on a single play.
Right. All after we talked last week and you were saying I'm not concerned with the run.
Well, and on top of that, we were finally exposed with the middle of the defense. And it's not even the defensive line. I mean, honestly, the Ravens were bullying us a little bit up front, but our linebackers were out of position all night.
See, I didn't want
we shifted weird to motion. Like, they were just not comfortable in the middle linebacker spot. And I will tell you, so I'm gonna give a quick little Coach Reg story. My senior year, first year that I know I'm playing nose guard. This is college, because up until that point I'd been a flex guy. I could play the nose guard, I could play defensive end, but I was smaller. And so the 2 years prior, I played at like 240, 250. My first year going in, knowing that I was going to be the nose guard, I came in at 315, more jacked and cut than I had ever been in my life at that big. First motherfucking play from scrimmage against our offense, full pads. Tight end wham, which is what they ran against the Bills on the first play of the game. Actually, I think it was wingback wham. The wingback came in and basically inverted trapped the defensive tackle, and gap just opened up. So when that happened, when I played, we had this wingback, David Babcock. He's actually from the area. He's an Ohio kid. Came in, about $175, trapped me, and you see this motherfucker fly off the screen after he hits me. He made the play, though. He got the block because I didn't make the tackle.
I bet you didn't have Derrick Henry to run 89 for you, though.
No. But Travis Civic managed to get a good 12 on it, and he averaged 4 yards a carry and fell for it every time. But still, that play, if you're not ready for it, and honestly, the Ravens did a great job on play calling. Like, their play calling was immaculate. They had us out of sorts all game. And it was the first time our offense was pressured a little bit.
Lamar was making some decent passes too. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch all of it. I fell asleep after the second half sometime.
I mean, I turned it off in the third, so there you go.
Hitting Hill for real.
Yeah.
You said what? Justice Hill? Yeah, he was their leading receiver that game.
They were hitting him all sorts out of the backfield, and we had zero fucking coverage on him at least 3 times.
Yeah, he was working.
I think the receivers probably only had one catch. I think one catch apiece.
Pretty much. It
Aguilar.
looked like, yeah, Justice and Derek had 6 and 3 respectively, and Aguilar had 2.
Aguilar
Yeah, they couldn't
one,
stop the run.
two.
Lamar
So
only
you
threw
don't need to
13,
pass.
What about
completed 13 passes that game.
Now, what that does prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt for me, is we have come full cycle and the running game is back across the NFL.
yeah?
Yeah, I would
Because
say so.
there were 3 or 4 years there, and really the last 4 or 5, or 4 out of the last 5, where I felt the NFL had given up on running the football.
Right.
You might have had one team, the Titans, honestly, with Derrick Henry, who ran the ball effectively and consistently, but you are
Oh, okay.
seeing teams put up big yardage in the run game right now, and that's across the board. That's not just these 2 teams. That's, I'm seeing it more and more in the league. So I think that that's a big difference too. And honestly, what happens in this cycle, and it's about every 4 or 5 years, is offenses adjust. They go away from, the spread, they go away from the deep ball, they go back to the running game. And it takes defenses another year to get their shit back together. Because what's the one thing that's going to breed linebackers where there aren't that many great linebackers in the league right now? It's running game. It's having to defend against the running game. So my prediction is
What?
beginning next year, and it may take 2 years, you're going to see an influx of linebacker talent come back into football.
I mean, I would hope
Because
so.
because it follows one another.
You got to be able to let them hit. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's gonna happen though. So
You don't
Well, I
think
think
it's
they're
gonna
going to have an answer. Like, running backs are probably the only offensive position that isn't protected.
Right. But that's where it gets tricky, right? Because the linebackers that you're describing, at least in my head, are like the Urlachers and all them. And that style of game is played has passed where, to CT's point, you can hit like you almost have to have gloves on. You know what I mean? Like you have to have somebody that's aggressive enough to be able to make those hits when the run comes down the middle, and soft enough to still play the receivers right.
But there are 2 things that I think the league has moved towards, that they don't protect these 2 positions the way they protect receivers and quarterbacks. It's the tight end and it's the running back. And I think from that perspective, you need to bring back the heavy hitters at linebacker to be able to counteract that. And if you don't, what you're going to end up with is, it's going to continue to be an offensive dominated league again.
Well, I'm sure that's what they want. It's no different from the NBA. It's the same thing they did. They went from never seeing 100-point game to people averaging 150.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's the direction they want. They get more eyes with the higher numbers. And that's also why you don't see very many defensively won games. You get one game a year that's won with all field goals.
Well, and on top of that, it only happens when you have 2 sputtering offenses. It's not even necessarily good defenses. It's offenses that aren't able to produce.
No, I definitely agree there. I'm not going to say, I mean, the Ravens have a pretty strong defense.
They did. And I'll give that credit where it's due too.
Does that worry you at all going down the line, with other teams that you're facing? Because I wouldn't say they have the best defense.
But I think they had us game planned well.
Okay, so you think it's more of a matchup situation?
I think it was a matchup situation, and this will be me copping out a little bit. This was the 3rd game in the row that the Bills were in primetime. This was the 3rd night game. It's hard to get up that many games in a row.
Yeah.
And you can do 2. Teams struggle, and I mean across the board, to do it 3 times in a row.
Right.
And honestly, this was our toughest opponent. I mean, we talked about it a little bit, or I talked about it with some folks earlier this week. This was the first real opponent we faced. Like, people expected Arizona to be good. They kind of proved they aren't. Miami is trash, and Mike McDaniel needs to be the one to hit the showers. And then you've got Jacksonville, who's trash. Jacksonville's trash. Like, so we really hadn't played anybody. And so I think some of this was the Bills waking up and realizing, oh, shit, we've been able to coast these first 3 games. This is the first time we came against a real opponent.
And sometimes you need that.
And it was
that wake-up call.
Well, and that was my bigger point when I said I wasn't worried about the Ravens.
Right.
I almost expected the loss here because it's what we need to flip the switch.
Yeah, you need something.
We weren't going to get it playing Cupcake. We weren't going to get it playing our division because our division is trash. Like, so we needed that external threat.
I just don't think y'all got them playmakers no more at the wideout spot. Like.
No, but here's the flip side: is I think we will continue to develop those folks. Like I think
Khalil's still developing. He's not ready yet, but he's coming in.
Taking a lot of hits too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw him banged up last game.
But not to downplay you saying Mike should hit him or anything like that. But I definitely feel like he deserves more leeway than Doug Peterson does.
Oh, no doubt.
Like, he lost his quarterback. Like, they're scrambling to figure it out. But Doug P, my nigga, like, what's changed for you? What's changed? You were just in the playoffs.
And isn't Trevor his guy?
Right. You just paid him all that money. Pantene Pro V didn't do it.
They might have too. I don't know.
I think they messed up between like Zay Jones and Calvin Ridley. Like your main guy can't be Christian Kirk. He's little. Like he can't be their number one guy. And they brought in Gabe Davis. He really wasn't. I mean, in Buffalo he was okay, but he really.
Why was he okay? Because he wasn't the number one.
Right.
And he would have home run. He would have like
that's what he was, the deep ball threat.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you in Jacksonville, you can't just be that.
Now they're trying to.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to be an all-around receiver. And now we're seeing if he is or if he isn't. It's not that he looks bad or anything. It's just, I mean, it's a new environment too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that come into play with that.
Absolutely. Well, and that's the thing is that, we were just talking about how the receivers for the Ravens all had like 1 reception. I mean, the Bills had Shakir with 4, Coleman with 3, Kincaid with 5, James Cook had 1, Curtis Samuel had 2. Like,
I would be more concerned, honestly.
That's like us too. We only get the receivers 1 catch a game. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy.
But you also don't have a Josh Allen though.
True.
Now you got a Josh Allen there. He has to do more than that. Especially 16 for 29. You damn near throwing up prayers at that point. Just 1 out of every pass you throw is a completion.
Yeah.
But what I was saying was I would be more concerned with the Ravens in that scenario than I would the Bills. Because you're not going to have those run games every game. You're not going to have it. Certain teams are going to shut that shit down. And I would like to applaud my Raiders in saying that we had 151 less rushing yards against them than the Bills did.
Yeah.
And that's just the Raiders.
They didn't run Henry a lot that game. Like when Henry gets those
They tried to. They definitely tried to. That was a game where he only had like 9 yards on his first 8 attempts, his first 8 carries. It wasn't until the third or fourth quarter, late third quarter, he started taking off.
Well, and that's what the Bills have traditionally done to Derrick Henry. Like the last 3 times we played him, he had like a total of 30 yards.
Yeah,
that was my comment at the beginning, which was he got all the yards in the past 3 games on 1 fucking play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're just not going to be able to keep that up. I don't think that you'll be able to. Yeah, at some point, you're going to have to win it with the
Ravens,
arm.
That's they strong running the ball. So I think
definitely. Definitely. You got a four-headed lion in the sense of Lamar being a threat, Derek being a threat, Justice Hill being a threat coming out of the backfield, and Zay Flowers.
Pudding back. Mark Andrews ain't even come back on the scene yet.
And Zay Flowers with that end around that they be doing. You got weapons that can get you rushing yards for sure. But again, I say you're gonna have to win it with your arm, and I don't have the confidence in Lamar Jackson to do that.
No, because ultimately what you can do is you can put 7 in the box, 8 in the box, roll down safeties, and force them.
Right.
This play action with Henry though looks way better because it's like a lot of one-on-ones out there. So
no, you are right. You are right.
No, you've got to respect Henry's run threat.
That's why likely in those games where you get over 100 and stuff like that. Like, I just think they need a receiver. Like, and when they get the receiver, I don't even know they don't never utilize them. So I don't know I don't know.
I honestly think that Derrick Henry, and this isn't to take any credit off of Lamar, but I honestly think that Derrick Henry is the reason that you're seeing Lamar look more accurate across the middle of the field.
Well, because Derrick Henry's a threat.
Right.
So
and
teams are having respect the play action. They're biting on it more.
Right.
Especially, in that game on Monday night where the first play from scrimmage, he breaks a 90-fucking-yard run. The Bills have 7 in the box the rest of the game, and then we start getting diced up because we're not covering the edges.
Right. And that's the issue with Lamar, right? Because if I'm looking at like a graph of the field of Lamar's capabilities, starting from the line, it would go green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 green for the deep. You got your flats, you got your screens, and you got your deep ball. But anything inside of that is all red. That's all questionable when it comes to Lamar. And most of the time, his deep balls are only that accurate, or it only looks that good because you're using your legs to get your receiver
right, because they've already bit on either the run fake or the scramble.
It's not like you're just hitting them clean in stride off of the
he does route. I mean, as much as I hate to say this, him and Josh Allen play very similarly.
Mm-hmm.
I think Josh is a better passer from the pocket, but they both have that ability that when they scramble, they can find the open thing and make it work. Like,
I think their arm strengths are similar. I just think that Josh kind of edges him in that midfield. Like Josh's would be.
Josh throws a lot of slants.
Josh's would be green, 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 yellow, 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 red, red, green, 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 green. You know what I'm saying? Where Lamar does not have that yellow in between.
Yeah. Well, Josh is great at the short underneath stuff, not talking screens or bubbles or things like that. He's good he throws a mean slant. That's half of Khalil's
catches. It's crazy. You got
what?
You got that sidearm. He goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then he throws a nasty.
I come from baseball.
He throws a nasty out or corner route too, because that's half of like Kincaid's catches.
Oh, he loves that sideline. I don't know what it is, but when he rolls and he's close to that sideline, it's like his accuracy gets better.
Oh, it definitely does. No, they've done the money ball
for
on
real?
That. When he rolls out to his right, his percentage or his completion percentage is higher.
It's crazy to me. With that one where they had him dead to rights, they even hit him out of bounds, and he threw it off of the sideline back in bounds. So the receiver, I said, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, and you're starting to see teams overload his right side so that he can't roll right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I have to watch that closely. I'm going to have to pay attention next time.
Even Jacksonville was overloading the right side and forcing him to roll left. And what was he doing then was he was pump faking and taking off because he's not as comfortable throwing that way.
I can't wait to see these youngins. I think it's like 3 of them that are coming up that'll be out. They'll either be in college or the league within the next 2 to 3 years that are all ambidextrous quarterbacks.
That's dangerous.
That can throw with either hand, whatever play. That's going to be very interesting to see hit the league because we haven't seen that before.
No.
We haven't seen an ambidextrous quarterback that can throw with either hand.
Right. You've seen it in baseball with pitchers, but
Right.
you've never really seen it with a quarterback.
And I think that's more dangerous in football because of the forcing outside of the box. You're going to force me left or right, and either way, I'm dominant. Doesn't matter
and not
which
having
way you push me.
Not having to flip your hips one way or the other.
Right.
I don't think we'll see.
You don't think we'll see what? You don't think we'll see?
Rolling left, throwing it left hand and going right, throwing it right.
Oh yeah, I think we'll see that.
No.
I mean, what's the point of being ambidextrous?
You better be great at throwing that right hand first before you start throwing that left.
The biggest issue with that would be the receivers.
Receivers understanding the path and the flight of the ball.
Right, yeah. And knowing that it could change any given time on any given play. If I'm getting used to the ball spinning this way on the outside and you spin it the opposite way on the inside, now I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking real wonky trying to...
I'm not hearing that. You sit out there and practice catching all day.
But listen, the young men wouldn't be getting praise if it hadn't been working for them.
That's true.
They wouldn't have come across my Instagram, TikTok, whatever feeds.
In college, yeah, it sounds great. But in
college, I think it'll work better for real.
I agree. I think it works better in college because I think gimmicky stuff works better in college. I think when you get to the league, it may work for a year and then people will figure it out. Because
60 zip in college, man.
That's hard though. Yeah. If you would have to, what I would do is I would draft them right. I don't care what team it was. I don't care if I was on the New York Jets and I had a stacked wide receiver core. I'm drafting 2 additional wide receivers. I'm drafting my ambidextrous quarterback. And I'm telling at least the 2 rookies with the quarterback, y'all have to train with each other the entire offseason. And I want you throwing to them opposite hands each play. You know what I'm saying?
Can't have 4 wide receivers, Cliff.
Same play, opposite hands. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you can. It doesn't matter if these little niggas get dropped down to the practice squad. My goal is to get them used to receiving the ball lefty righty on the same play at any given time, because you could have the best wide receiver in the world have issues with that, but if I have 2 young up and comers that have trained with him constantly coming up, bring them up off the practice squad.
I see what you're saying.
You know what that's basically my backup. That's my contingency plan. So if my stars on the field can't seem to get grips with him throwing with his left and his right, bring those 2 youngins up off the practice squad. We don't even got to pay him that much.
That makes more sense. Okay.
I mean, there are only 3 active quarterbacks in the NFL that are left-handed.
Is that right? I know your boy for Atlanta that just got drafted.
Yep.
We got
hold up.
Tua
was, and
then another one that is a backup.
For who?
The Seahawks. Holton Ahlers.
Oh, I don't know him.
Eilers. Ahlers.
I do not know him.
Oh no, he's not even in the league anymore. He moved to the UFL.
Oh, I was about to say, I hope Geno Smith don't get hurt because I do not know that guy.
Yeah.
But we know Devontae Adams.
But that's interesting though, right? Oh, we can get into there before we get in there because I know that Mike's gonna hop off.
Yeah.
I do want to point out your boy Jaden Daniels. Did you hear his stat?
No.
Okay, so Jaden Daniels, at the start of his career, has had 2 games back-to-back scoring touchdowns on every drive that did not result in a kneel down.
He's him.
They said that it's only happened 10 times in 10 games since 2000.
Okay.
He's him.
They said for him to do that one time, it would have been a 1 in 1,600 chance. For him to do it 2 times, it would have been a 1 in 1.7 million chance. And they said that if you put Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Drew Brees, and Peyton Manning combined, they've only done it twice in 1,094 starts.
That's crazy.
And you got a young man that did that back-to-back weeks.
I mean, who are they playing?
Washington. Who was they playing the week before? Washington was playing.
They just beat the. Didn't they just beat the Saints? No, they beat the Bengals. They just beat the Bengals.
Yeah, they just beat the Bengals. Damn, who was they?
Cardinals. I went to the game.
They beat the Cardinals, right?
Him and Kyler Murray. Week 2 or week 3?
Kyler Murray.
Cardinals were week 4. Bengals were week 3. But we also just proved that the Cardinals are like not good. So you've got the Cardinals and the Bengals, neither of whom are good. So I hear you, and it's still an impressive stat, regardless. Yeah. However, they have played the Bucks and lost, the Giants, the Bengals, the Cardinals. You want to talk about weak ass fucking schedules? There you go.
The Bucks are nice though.
Hey, there was more.
They lost that game, so moot point.
Yeah, the Bucks are nice.
It was low-key more Commander fans in the building than Cardinal fans. It was crazy. I'm looking around like they cheering loud.
Magic Johnson paid for those fans to go out there.
No.
Magic Johnson's cheap ass ain't buying nobody's tickets.
To get his brand up.
Man, that ain't gonna them having a couple more seats filled ain't gonna help his brand or his business.
But I guess it's like a lot of Indians out here and stuff, so they like that Washington, like I guess when they were the Redskins and stuff. So
that's why they ain't changed the jerseys yet.
No, you want to talk about him.
Who?
You watched the Ohio State game?
No, I didn't watch.
Big number State. 4. Yep, big number 4. Jeremiah Smith.
Gino's little cousin or nephew.
Like that.
Cousin.
This dude had 2 of the most amazing one-handed grabs I've ever seen in my life, and he's not even 19 yet.
For real?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
That kid could go in the NFL right now.
I don't really start watching Ohio State till they get out of that weak-ass schedule. And I'm not saying that Michigan State is a
I mean, they kind of are, but
it's not a team that really entices me to want to watch.
No, but he has been popping up more and more, and that kid is going to be
a lot. Listen, wide receiver university. Wide receiver university. You're not a winning squad if you don't have an Ohio State receiver somewhere.
Yeah, no arguments. I mean, the Bills have Curtis Samuel.
Listen,
washed up.
He ain't washed up.
Washed.
He ain't washed up. I don't think he ever really got a chance to.
He did. He had a chance in Washington. He had a chance in Washington.
Seen they was moving him around. Like,
yeah.
Trying to get him.
Yeah, I don't think that he had a chance to gain momentum. Really. I mean, I'm not saying that he's a top receiver, but
no,
I don't think he's washed.
He'll be a good role player.
Mm-hmm.
I seen Vaughn out 4 games.
Yeah, I didn't even see what that was about. I saw the news, but I didn't see as a result of what. Just violating policy.
Is that what it was?
He stayed doing that, don't he? I feel like
pretty much, yeah. You know, Vaughn gonna Vaughn.
But yeah, right. When you are Von Miller and you're getting that old, I'm gonna do me, and you know I'm gonna. That comes with the contract. You know I'm gonna do me.
I am curious as to what it was, but
you think that we'll ever know? You think they'll release it?
Probably not.
If they haven't already, I don't think they will. Unless he says something, but it wouldn't be till after he retires.
Violating personal conduct policy.
Right.
Which sounds like domestic to me.
Yeah, it sounds like, no, that wouldn't be it.
Nah,
because Draymond Green situations don't get reported in the NFL.
Right.
People get in fights all the time, and it's just a fight. It's not like we gotta suspend anybody or do anything about it.
Oh, it does say it's likely tied to ongoing case from last year, domestic dispute.
Damn!
She told me to put my hand around her neck. Anyway,
listen, you better. That's what you better.
These girls like being choked, man. It's a problem.
It is, and you better record.
Right.
You better take the lesser. Video. You better take the lesser of two charges. They like you filmed her without her permission, but that saved my life though, didn't it? So give me whatever those charges are. I'll take those charges over those charges.
Oh man.
I'm not saying film anybody without their consent, but I am saying if you don't trust her, you might want to make sure you got a nanny cam somewhere. Something shit.
Oh,
it makes your audio's plugged up, G. Otherwise, they gonna Von Miller you, and that nigga got millions. He just has to miss 4 games. Niggas like us missed 4 lifetimes.
No
all
doubt.
Our teams lose.
You said what?
All our teams.
What you say?
All our teams lose this week.
No,
the Raiders won, didn't they?
Raiders beat Cleveland, didn't they? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I sure am. We can get into that since Mark so hung up on Devontae wanting out.
I'm gonna bounce. My real hit the showers this week.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby Smart down in Georgia has 6 losses against everybody but Bama, and has 6 losses against Bama by itself. That is a crazy stat. Having been on the losing end of a stat like that, that's rough, man.
Damn. Damn, he said he knows your pain and you still got to hit him. That's crazy.
All right, fellas. Take it easy.
All right, Mike, yep. But yeah, as far as Devontae go, we knew what that was. That's why I was saying before the season started, it'd be best to try to offload him before the season starts.
Could have got some out of it.
Right, more out of it than a second round in compensation. But I mean, I understand why we're only accepting a second round, because again, he's set to make $44.4 million next year. So if a team takes that trade, they're taking that hit.
You're not gonna get what you got out of him, though, like, because what y'all had to get for him, like.
Right. Yeah. But we knew that this was going to take place. We saw it happen in Green Bay, even though I'll give them a little slack because they tried to franchise tag him.
Yep.
So I understand him wanting out, aside from him being upset that, Aaron left. But a nigga that'd just be like, I'm.
Why he's upset now? He came here to play with Derek Carr.
Nah, I don't think that's it.
And they got Carr out of there quick.
I don't think that's it. Well, that's the thing. That's why Carr was pushing for him to get there so much, because his head had been on the chopping block. Once you got the whole arena chanting for the backup to get in the game, you've lost them. Like, that guy, you've lost your hope of the fans. You can't keep him. They chanting for Marcus Mariota to get in the game over Derek Carr, and you think that they gonna keep him? And after that took place, Devontae like, listen, I understand it's a business, so if you gotta get rid of him, I'm still committed. The issue became an issue when you didn't get a quarterback thereafter. Jimmy G was an awful pick. You fucked that up. Then you drafted a pick. That pick was decent, but not good enough to keep a guy like Devontae. So basically, this offseason was all or nothing if you wanted to keep Devontae. When you realized that you didn't have a shot at getting a quarterback, you should have simultaneously been shopping around the teams for a Devontae trade.
Because he's just gonna be a bad apple in that locker room. Because that's the type of player.
Right. And now, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if teams was like Devontae at 2022, 2021. That's a different Devontae. He's not competing with Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill and all them. So why would we pay for all that? But if you'd have got him off before the season started, you could have still played into that allure that he's still that guy. And we see flashes of him still being that guy. Don't get me wrong. I think he is still a top receiver. I just don't think he's quite a top 3 receiver anymore. You might have dropped from that number 1 spot down to like number 4 or 5.
If he on the Chiefs, he's gonna go back to that number 1 spot.
I don't think that works. I don't think that works for him. I mean, I think that would be the best place for him if he could get on, for the simple fact that I think Travis Kelce is at a point in his career where he really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be the guy that's getting all these passes, 15, 11.
Early in the season, he's going to start going off late.
He's going to start going off late because they need him to. But if you get a guy like Devontae out there, we don't need you to.
That's going to load it. That's going to open it back up for him.
It's definitely going to open it back up for him, but...
And he just got Kareem Hunt to run the ball. Oh, yeah, they might be up to something.
Yeah, nah, that would be the best spot. I don't see them getting that.
Kareem looking nice too.
Yeah, I don't see them getting that. I do see him being more what's the word I'm looking for? Irresponsible with their decision making now that Rashee Rice is hurt.
They always bring in a receiver. They're gonna bring in. I feel like they're gonna bring him in.
I don't know about Devontae. That's a big.
Especially they know if they want a 3-peat, and he ain't got one. He's hungry.
Oh, you know, his agent said, that was the first thing he told his agent. Reach out to Kansas City for me.
Yep.
Reach out to San Fran.
I know he can give me the ball.
You hear me? You got to reach out to all these people that are right on the brink of a Super Bowl because this is your last shot. That's why the Raiders are dumb for letting the window close. If you was going to get it done, you had to get it done within the years, you know what I'm saying, that you got him. And I'm not saying that we can't still succeed without him, but while you had all those weapons at one time, you go all in on the quarterback situation.
Beat the Browns without him.
Definitely beat the Browns. We beat the Browns without him and Max. Max wasn't playing either. Mm-hmm. Which is great, because I'm sure it's humbling to those players.
Yeah, I seen Pierce say he's gonna give Alexander Mattison more.
He got to. He got to, because your boy Zamir White, Garbino.
Not performing.
Garbino.
He only had like 3 carries for like 80-something yards. He was just
Garbino. He's garbage. The guy's garbage. And I know my dad was high on him when he came out. I was talking to him today. He was like, yeah, he trash. Yeah, I've been trying to tell you he trash. The issue is that you got through your whole Georgia career running motherfuckers over and being powerful and, you know, athletic, and you get to the career or to the league and notice that that's not something you can do. You're not Derrick Henry. There's only one Derrick Henry. You're not him. You think it's going to be multiple Derrick Henrys in the league at one time? Name a time there's ever been multiple Derrick Henrys. The closest we could say to that, and it wouldn't even be on I wouldn't put him in the same category as a Derrick Henry. What was you about to say?
I was thinking like a Trent Richardson.
No, I'm going way, way back. I'm going back to Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders.
Oh, okay.
That was the only time you can, and I know they're not Derrick Henrys, but I'm saying that's the only time you'll ever see 2 running backs that dominant in the league at the same time. I don't know if any other time we've seen.
There was Chris Johnson and Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, but I don't know if I will put him on that level though.
Sheesh, Chris Johnson.
I don't know if I put him on that level though. In my opinion, there's no better running back to ever walk that green grass than Barry Sanders. Barry is by far my top. Over Walter, over Bo, over all them, even the new guys we got now, Barry Sanders. Nobody's done what Barry's done. And Barry didn't have nobody doing it. Barry was the Allen Iverson of the NFL. They just put him on a squad and said, go to work, see what you can do for us. And Barry got close to a Super Bowl, you know. We know Allen made one, but you couldn't get past it. Can't get past Kobe. He's the Allen Iverson.
He was cold.
You said who?
He was dangerous.
Adrian Peterson?
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, he was a dog. He was one of them flashes of old ball. I don't know. I mean, going back to my original statement is that you won't see two Derrick Henrys. Maybe, nah. I was about to say maybe Terrell Davis, Jerome Bettis. But I also feel like Bettis was on kind of the down. He was coming down his career at that point. Like he wasn't prime bust when Terrell was going off. Because Terrell had probably a 2 to 3 year stint of him just bullying motherfuckers. Shannon Sharp wouldn't have had a Super Bowl without him.
Oh, yes, for sure. For sure.
What was you about to say? You said who was what?
Back to back.
Did they win both of them?
I think he did go back to back with the Broncos.
You might be right. You might be right.
Maybe.
I'm trying to look it up. Let's see. Yep. 98-99. And then 2016 with Peyton. Damn, yeah, that was against Cam. That was the one Cam threw away. He done threw that motherfucker away. Oh shit, he done bounced on me. But shit, if I keep it going,
who bounced on you, TT?
Yeah, I don't know if he fell off or what. You know that Arizona sunshine be burning out his wiring.
Bro, you see it restarting on its. Oh my gosh, that's ugly. Yeah, they be tripping. That's crazy.
But
yeah, they be tripping. I'm with you though.
Oh, there you go. He popped back. His circuit short, and I'm trying to tell him. Gotta stay out that sunshine. That sunshine will burn your mainframe out. I don't know what kind of sun. I don't know what kind of SPF y'all need out there in Arizona, but boy, when the sun needs screen, boy, or your cell phone needs sunscreen, that's an issue. What was we talking about though?
iPad guy, hot out here.
But regardless, like I said, I do think it was a very humbling experience for somebody like Max Crosby and Devontae. Because motherfuckers, like you're not, motherfuckers appreciate having you, and I would like for Max Crosby to forever be a Raider. But it's not a situation where people can't get it done without you.
Oh yeah, next man up for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm more than anybody else wanting to see that whole line of thinking come back into the NFL. We don't have that next man up mentality anymore. Everybody's trying to protect their investment, and we don't even have an NFL where I can try to hurt your investment.
That's why I like Anthony Pierce though, where he played, he's like, get him out of here, then. If he ain't trying to play, let's get him out of here.
Right. Don't nobody got time for that diva attitude.
Don't baby him up. Like,
and that's not how you. And that's not how you get Super Bowls at the end of the day.
You can't.
I don't care how good you are. I don't care if you're the best wide receiver.
Because when things go wrong, you can't be in there being negative and stuff. So.
Right. And if I'm the coach of the team that could potentially win the Super Bowl the next year, why would I be interested in a guy that's going to pout when things ain't going the right way?
He ain't supposed to be my vet. Like,
I don't want you. I'm not interested. I don't care how good you are. I'm not interested.
Yeah. You start acting like that, a lot of people gonna start acting like that. So
right. And the crazy thing about it is, like we talk about, wide receivers come out every year. Every year, a top tier wide receiver comes out. You don't have room to be a diva anymore.
Yeah.
Not in this league.
You see the JJ's name come in early. Yeah, Chase.
Stop it. Like, what are we doing here? So now, if I'm the guy who's like, oh yeah, we close to a Super Bowl, can we get a Devontae? Well, he's a little older. We just talked about Ohio State's young boy. It's hella niggas in the draft. Makes more sense to get a young guy. Not interested.
Sure.
Which makes more sense as to why Vegas is like, shit, give us a second round. We'll take a second.
You can have his last year of the deal?
Yeah, that's why I say he's set to get $44.4 million.
Oh yeah, he can come. He's gonna have to kill. He's gonna kill. There's no ifs, ands.
And that's bad business, right? Because you can say you went out, but by not playing, you're not advertising to your new potential destination why it's worth me taking on that 44.4.
Yeah.
Why am I taking on 44.4 for a guy that's sitting on the sideline because he don't want to play? I need to see what you're still capable of before I feel comfortable doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I mean, I can't say I don't know why, because I would imagine that people's managers and shit would tell them, like, this ain't a good look, bruh.
Yeah.
A good look?
I would imagine. What'd you say, Mount?
The curb.
Oh, he got more going on than what we.
No, I'm listening.
Oh, okay. No, what you was talking about? Oh, this nigga breaking up like CT, and we know we don't get that Arizona sunshine, so he must be on the move.
I seen somebody like drove up a curb. I'm like, ooh, that's interesting.
I thought this nigga was saying he almost hit the curb.
I'm on the go. I'm off.
Yeah, you chopping now though. So
we good. My files pull.
Oh, he out. I ain't hear
that. No.
It's funny hearing them.
I'm always screwing. No chopping.
Yeah, get right.
I tried to turn the Wi-Fi off. You can hear me though?
Yeah, now you clear.
Okay, keep it crystal. Go ahead.
Listen. I don't know if it's crystal. That motherfucker was very shattered before.
It's like the Raiders' hopes and dreams for the season, Cliff. Fucking shattered, Cliff. Want to talk about that?
Why would our hopes and dreams be shattered?
Because you guys are crumbling, Cliff. You don't see it in front of your eyes. You're crumbling, Cliff. You're crumbling.
What do you mean? Y'all lost.
Oh no, I'm ready to have that conversation as well.
We won.
No, yeah, but that was before the dismay.
Right, dismay but he didn't play anyway.
It was after.
Right. That's even worse, nigga. You ain't even touched the field to be like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit
So,
today.
But that's what I guess that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand is how would we be crumbling if we won without the player
because
who said he wants out.
Okay, because you won.
That's a good team.
No, that's Browns are not Cliff.
They're not
I'm not trying to hate
team.
on your Raiders, but be real. The Browns are not a good quote unquote.
They're not a good team, but they're not a bad team either.
I agree. They're mediocre, average at best.
And to CT's point, they are a very good defense.
Okay, that's fine. But like I said, y'all won a game. I give credit when credit's due. I'm not hating, but I'm just saying, like, out of a season, like, I'm sure you would see that Devontae impact as far as like, man, we could have used Devontae. Like, maybe that might have put us over the hump.
So let's stack up wins then. Let's stack up wins. Who's the Eagles' wins?
They only won against the Packers. Oh, and they
No, you got one more.
Atlanta.
No, we didn't. We lost to Atlanta. We beat the Saints.
Yep.
That's not a bad win. They're both NFC wins though, so you lose points with that.
Don't lose points. NFC's looking strong. You even said it. NFC's looking like the strongest.
But our wins is the Ravens and the Browns. And I didn't say the NFC's looking like the strongest conference. I said that
wait, y'all beat the Ravens.
The Ravens and the Browns are our 2 wins.
I forgot y'all
beat the Ravens.
Right. So there isn't no crumbling going on in Vegas. They're just trying to figure out their quarterback situation, and now we have to figure out our wide receiver situation.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean chemistry-wise, right? Like, you're not sure on the quarterback situation. Your star wide receiver wants out. Y'all let Josh Jacobs go.
Wouldn't be my concern because we've never
winning. That's
nobody's
crazy.
been around long enough for us to develop any. Because we had a half-year quarterback in Garoppolo, a half-year quarterback in Aiden O'Connell, a brand new quarterback in Gardner Minshew. So there's never been enough time for anybody to be out on the field long enough to develop any chemistry. So it would be best to do so with the guy you plan on keeping. Is the only reason I'm bummed out, because Gardner Minshew is not the guy we plan on keeping, and Aiden O'Connell is a backup at best.
I just think you got to give Gardner a little bit more time.
I like Gardner. I've always said I like Gardner, and I do think that he may develop into something, but he's not the guy. He's not the guy. He wasn't worth no 2-year $40 million deal. He wasn't worth that.
If you get y'all 10 wins, that's a plus.
I mean, no, definitely, but I don't really see us getting 10 wins. Especially in the situation we're in now. Remember, I said I would be happy.
Good team.
I would be happy with a 7-8 record, but I said it would be more reasonable for me to believe it to be 7-9.
Y'all beat some good teams, and week in and week out, you never know in the league now. You can lose to the Panthers to come out and beat the.
Yeah, I'm tripping. I added an extra game on that first record, but you said what about
games? I feel like y'all can win 10, lose 7. Sure.
I mean, it's definitely possible, but
they could win 5, lose.
You know you
halfway there to 5.
Well, ain't no bullshit. Y'all niggas ain't them.
Yeah, and if Devontae, we play the Broncos next.
And the Broncos just beat the Jets.
What does that mean?
They beat Aaron Rodgers. Y'all don't even have no Aaron Rodgers.
What does that? But that because matchups are everything, right? And Aaron Rodgers isn't in our division. Bo Nix has been shit this entire year until he just got that win against Aaron Rodgers.
But he's a rookie and he's only getting better, they're saying. You know what I mean?
I agree. But as we always talk, the divisional rivalries are a different beast.
I understand, but I feel like the Jets team is talent-wise stacked up.
Right, but again, matchups are a thing. You think that you think the Jets just beat the Ravens like that? No, not at all. So it would be easy for you to also say, because we all did at the time, the Raiders don't beat them either. But I was saying that's going to be a closer game than you think. Turns out they edged the victory.
Right.
On a team that the Bills just lost by 25 to. The team that everybody was saying is the powerhouse looking wise of the season just took a 25-point L to the Ravens.
Right.
So I damn sure wouldn't be concerned about a Broncos team with a brand new rookie quarterback who's still trying to find himself. You got to think, you got Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby coming at you. I don't care what quarterback you are. That's a tough situation.
But they haven't been too impactful this season.
They both been a lot impactful.
So far.
You just haven't been looking at stats.
I like number 45, 45, 49, whatever
Eichenberg.
it is. Hard.
Tommy Eichenberg from OSU.
Yeah. Flies around.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He's still developing too, and they only put him in on like, formations like third down shits and situational run stopping situations. But I do think that he will develop into being a nice linebacker to put next to Robert Spillane, because he's the guy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Spillane is the guy.
Damn.
Man,
that's
you
the
crazy
dude, Robert
as hell.
Spillane. Yeah,
He 41. Yeah, he 41. Tommy Eichenberg 45.
Yeah.
Spillane's crazy. Spillane get interceptions. Spillane gets sacks.
Tackles.
Everything. He lead the team in tackles damn near every game.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds good.
I'm definitely not upset with him being our middle linebacker at all.
He's just not him.
But yeah, no, there's no crumbling in Vegas. That's not what's taking place. They're just trying to find their identity right now.
Exactly. That's an issue. If you don't know who you are, you can't win games.
Well, no, it's not at all an issue, because nobody starts out knowing who they are. You have to figure out who you are.
You don't think the Niners and them niggas started out, besides injuries, knowing who they was coming into the season?
No.
Crazy.
Fuck no. If that was the case, because we do give the Niners a lot of credit for having a good organization, but if that was the case, you wouldn't have need two of history's best quarterbacks to do so. And history's best wide receiver. No. You had Steve Young, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, hella others in between.
Terrell Owens, top 5.
Those are just the people that immediately come to mind when you think about greats for that organization. Yeah, no, we can't say that they knew who they were out the gate, because that's not true. There's not a team that's done
I'm talking about this current team coming into the past couple
seasons. I'm saying in general, no team knows who they are out the gate, and the kicker, the mic drop to that, is when have you ever seen a expansion team win a Super Bowl? Never. Because no team knows who they are out the gate. You have to find your identity before you really become something.
The Vegas Aces.
Well, I mean, I was speaking on football, but I mean,
no, I know.
I'm sure. There's a lot of situations.
I just wanted to throw a wrench in there.
Now, you know what? It's ironic that you say that, because we talked about it as well. The Las Vegas Golden Knights were another one that lost the cup in the finals. I think Vegas would have had a better shot at winning it all, putting an expansion team together as opposed to moving one.
Oh.
If they would have put a team together, I would say if anybody has a shot at winning it, Vegas would, because they have money. But what you did was you took the Bad News Bears from Oakland and moved them there. So now we have to recreate our identity, because y'all ain't it. That's why they got rid of Carr.
Now Carr balling.
Everybody, but it don't matter. Like I said, he always do. Wait till the playoffs come around.
Still.
Wait till
he got weapons now. He got Kamara.
The niggas always had weapons. Think about all the wide receivers that came through Vegas. Amari Cooper was a Derek Carr wide receiver.
Washed up.
He wasn't when he was there.
His best days were in Dallas, in my opinion.
They said he might be traded too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. His best days were in Dallas.
I'm saying regardless, he also well, I'm not.
He was a beast in Oakland too, though.
He was already dropping a lot of balls. He dropped
a lot of balls.
His hands were so shaky. After his second year in the league, I was saying he needs to go.
Thank you.
He needs to go.
He was killing in Dallas.
But
that's what I said.
Dallas was where I was like, damn, why couldn't you do that in Oakland?
Because everybody chokes when they come to Oakland.
Because you had Terrell Pryor throwing to him.
Randy Moss.
Terrell Pryor.
Randy Moss, Jerry Rice. They all choked in Oakland.
Yes, Terrell Pryor was
there ain't no joke about that. There's no joke
Yeah.
about that. We talk about it. Mark, don't act like you forgot. Listen, as doing this podcast for 255 episodes, we are supposed to be historians. And us speaking about things we've already spoke on, name a famous Raiders quarterback.
We've already talked about it. What's his name back in the 70s? Your
dude
boy
that just recently passed. I can't think of his name. No, that's a nobody though. You didn't get a Super Bowl.
But he was nice though.
Rich Gannon was nice. He didn't get a Super Bowl.
Marino didn't get. So we're gonna say Marino's trash now.
But Dan Marino is not on the level of either of the two quarterbacks we were just speaking on.
No. But he's equivalent. He's at the same table of. Did you get a Super Bowl? No, I did not. Sit over here, please.
Right, but I said name a famous quarterback. A famous Raiders quarterback. That even is
Jamarcus Russell.
That even hurts your argument because Dan Marino is a more famous quarterback, but still doesn't have a Super Bowl. I'm saying name a household name from the Raiders.
Aaron Brooks, Jamarcus Russell.
Aaron Brooks was a Saint, first and foremost. He came to the Raiders at the end of his career.
Nice, though.
At the end of his career.
It was nice.
And what do I also say? Same like Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer came.
That's what I'm saying. The Raiders are known for grabbing old, washed-up quarterbacks and trying to make them work. But they have never had a Joe Montana, a Steve Young, a Dan Marino, anything like that. So you can't immediately say that a Randy Moss or a Jerry Rice choked because they went to Vegas, because you went to a place with a head and shoulders lesser quarterback than you were used to. You mean to tell me you went from Steve Young to Rich Gannon? You're going from pro football to college at that point.
I mean, Rich Gannon was nice.
He was nice, but he's nowhere near Steve Young, Mount.
Yo, I got to run early tonight, y'all. My hit'ems go to my squad, the Patriots, man. We trash. I'm wondering when we're going to go to
30 to that.
I ain't seen a dude pick the ball, fall on the ground on his back, get up, run it in, only on Madden. You see Fred Warner do that to us?
I did. It was a lot of, I seen a Instagram or a TikTok thread where they was like, it was college. It wasn't NFL. Where they was don't ever tell me that NCAA 25 ain't real. And it showed like the dumbass interceptions and shit. And in college, I said, man.
I thought you were talking about that lineman running him down.
No.
I seen the lineman run down.
I know what you talking about.
They was like, I thought this was fake on Madden, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back on next week though, fully though.
Yep, handle your business, G. You good?
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
All right, CT.
We got an hour in anyway. We ain't gonna do too much more.
Man, I'm sick of my team, man. I'll tell you my hit'ems already. For sure, I'll be back next week. See y'all, boys.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Philly is some hoes right now. Them niggas is soft.
Listen,
all
I'm saying is when you point the finger at one nigga, you got 4 fingers pointing back at you, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk about my Raiders collapsing. We ain't been shuffling the deck, throwing out all the money we can to pick up everybody from every other team in our division.
But Philly knows what
losing.
they're capable. They know what they're capable of. They just can't figure out how to put it together. That's their issue.
Right. Just like we talked about, you gotta get to know yourself. You gotta find yourself.
But you're getting new coordinators all the time. Like I said, I know CT and them be like, oh, but like I said, when Jalen Hurts had a couple different coaches and different coordinators, I mean, shit, it's like you said, you're trying to find yourself even longer.
No, I definitely get it, but we've had that conversation on the show as well. I feel like that's at that point, I was about to say Jaden, because that's the guy on my mind. Jalen Hurts, no Diddy, but I'm saying that's the top quarterback looking right now.
Right.
But Jalen Hurts at some point has to take the lead. And I don't just mean of the huddle. I don't just mean of the team. Like we said on previous shows, he has to understand that they're going to get rid of them before they get rid of him. So as much as your coordinators are changing and all this is going on, fuck that. I see what I see on this line of scrimmage. I've been with these players long enough to have a somewhat of a chemistry. More so than the chemistry you would believe us to have creating a new playbook. So I'm going to take the time at the line of scrimmage to look at what I see, audible out of your play call, and line my guys up the way I need them lined up. You can't just follow somebody, whether it's a coach or not. And this isn't for any kid at, a high school or below level. I mean, once you get into college and you're starting to make money, you can't follow somebody to damnation. You know what I'm saying? You could be the best quarterback in the world, but I'm following a fuck-ass coach who's calling these fuck-ass plays, who's making me look like I'm a backup. I'm not about to let you follow me out, or I'm not about to follow you out of the NFL.
Right.
So at some point, my nigga needs to buckle down and be like, fuck those play calls. I got you. Smith, run your route like I know you gonna run. Brown, stop, come back, and then take off. If you don't get enough space, I'll be looking. You're my first read.
Help me help you.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to just keep calling these dumbass plays unless it's a handoff to Saquon Barkley. If you're giving me a pass play, that pass play is contingent upon what I see at the line of scrimmage.
Right.
But 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be the same play I run on this field, bruh. And I would just have the conversation. Listen, I would first speak to the GM. I'm feeling a certain kind of way about these play calls. And then I would speak to the coach directly. They're going to get rid of you before they're going to get rid of me. So I'm going to take the lead and do what I feel would make me best in this situation.
All right.
And it doesn't work because, that's a very conceited thing to say in certain circumstances. But in Jalen Hurts' circumstance, not at all. Not at all. Because they've been shuffling. I get a new one every year. What are you doing for me to make me think you'll stick around?
Not a damn thing.
Because based off what we see right now, if it wasn't for Saquon, y'all would be 0-4.
Saquon to the rescue.
So that's what lets me know the play calling isn't what's helping us. So I'm not going to keep running your plays if you're not helping us succeed.
All right.
And I would have no problem talking to the coach. Coach, I'm not head coach. I'm not running the offensive coordinator's plays if we're not setting ourselves up for success. I'm audibling I'm pulling an Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to tell you I'm audibling every fucking time.
Well,
I'm telling you that. Don't put me out there if you don't want me to audible, because I'm going to audible every time.
They said, set me up for success.
Or I'm going to set myself up. Shit. This nigga done fell off. I should be scanless and do the pick'ems while he gone, so I guarantee a win. I've been getting my motherfucking ass whooped this year, boy. I ain't got a win yet. It's week fucking 4. We on week 5. Crazy as fuck.
My dumbass. Yeah, I mean,
No, you good.
he's got to fucking take more control. I mean, it's just everything's a mess,
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Y'all, I would imagine the players on the field have more chemistry. They've been playing with each other for like 2 to 3 years now.
Right.
They have more chemistry with each other than a new offensive coordinator would understand the chemistry they have coming in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Usually you coming in as an OC, you have a certain portion of a playbook that you do exceedingly well. And you're coming in with those plays. But that doesn't necessarily mean that those plays will be the best for this specific team structure.
And then y'all signed an OC that used to be the OC for the Dallas girls. Like, self-sabotage.
I mean, that could have been a benefit. Not so much for the OC role itself, but the fact that you were the OC of the Cowboys. Now I feel like I got more from you than just you being my offensive coordinator. I can have my defensive coordinator sit down with you and explain to them what you were running there, so they have an idea and can see what's taking place when, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a 2-bird, 1-stone situation. Because it's only ever in the NFC 49ers, Eagles, Cowboys. Rams every now and again. Every now and again.
Yeah, but the Cowboys don't even make it to the doorstep sometimes, let alone inside the building now.
No, you're absolutely correct. They usually get bumped out second round, if not the first.
Mm-hmm.
But if that is one of my opponents that I have the potential of seeing in the postseason, why wouldn't I get their OC? I can figure out what plays they're used to running and get a new offensive coordinator for my squad.
Right.
That's 2 birds. 2 birds, 1 stone. It's just fucked up that, you know, your offensive coordinator abilities haven't been translating to the new team that you're on. But I mean, y'all are 2-2. That's not awful.
Not awful, but it's gotta improve.
Yeah, y'all can't get spoiled like the Patriots did. You know what I'm saying? The Patriots got spoiled with Tom Brady and Belichick to the point that they just expected to win all the time. The Eagles have been getting higher expectations because you made it to the Super Bowl the 1 year. Last year you went 8-0 before you took a loss. Those are all things that make fans expect to win. But that doesn't mean that you're there yet.
Well, and we know this too. Philly fans are some of the toughest fans, they say, in general.
In any sport. Basketball, football. Do y'all have a soccer team? If y'all do, I'm sure they throw bananas on the field like the European countries.
Don't look. Don't y'all, nigga. I only rep the Eagles. That's the only Philly team I like. You know y'all.
Yeah, that's y'all.
It ain't the Eagles. It ain't. Nah, I mean, shit. I'm trying to try authentic Philly cheesesteak with no cheese whiz. You know what I mean? But other than that,
I am too. Shit. And you said my order. Don't give me no liquid cheese on my steak.
Don't give me no liquid cheese. This ain't what's his name? Now I'm gonna say Mickey Mouse, Goofy, and his dad.
Now that I think about it, I would have to get 2 6s.
2 6-inch.
Yeah, I guess you kind of gotta get it the Philly way just to, experience it the way they say it's the best. But I'm probably not gonna eat all that one. I want the one without the cheese, but I have to try it.
Nigga, I'm getting it the Aki way before I get it the Philly way.
You hear me? Go ahead and chop up some hot Takis and bullshit in my shit before you put Cheese Whiz on my shit. You just ruined my fucking sub is what you did, thinking that you Philly born and bred. No, you ruined my shit.
Or yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I know they taxed him probably for that. Well, what they call it, that John. They probably taxed him for that John.
He's stupid. You know they taxed him for that job. Because the motherfuckers got commercial because everybody be coming there trying to figure it out from all across the country, and they like, this old fucking Cheese Whiz ass.
You're right, and butchered it. That's my biggest fear, man. Yeah, Philly fucking, I mean, you know, I think I said last week, well, first of all, who won the pickups last week?
Well, it was just me and you. You won them last week.
I'm the champ. I'm the champion, Cliff. Run my shit.
Yeah, you got me by 2.
Run my shit, Cliff.
You got me.
Yeah, that was a rough week though. Like even on the parlay shit, I don't know how you did or you know how your shit turned out, but man, I had a parlay. I was 21 legs. Only thing I was off was anytime touchdowns for A-Chain and. I think it was like somebody else simple. I don't know if it was Bijan. Was it Bijan? I don't know. Somebody else simple. It had me pissed. I was like, man.
Not
too late.
Shit one today with Bijan in it. For the
I don't think
Thursday.
it was Bijan.
Yeah, it was
I don't
for
think
the
it was
Thursday. Bijan. Oh, you talking about for the original? I think you thinking of Breece Hall.
No, I'm thinking the last week there was 2.
Right.
It was A-Chain I needed, and I don't know if it was.
It wasn't Breece.
Oh, it was Tony Pollard.
Mm.
Them 2 fuck niggas, man. I had him
For the
one touchdown. Yeah, 1 touchdown, and I was complete on the parlay, Cliff. Nope.
We fucked you.
Fuck me, man.
They find a way to do that shit, man. I don't care, man. That's why I don't be all tough on it like I was.
Original.
Yeah, because I understand what y'all do. Like I understand exactly what y'all are doing. Like we talk about offline, you're taking away the selections that you know will hit, so people have to put in toss-ups that they're unsure on. But if you would allow me the opportunity to bet on any person on the team, you know 9 times out of 10, we would pick the correct selections. So you have to eliminate those and put the ones in that you know you can control. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't find out. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't find out in 5-10 years time from now that the players that are most on the ticket for parlays were the ones I really had control over.
All right.
Like we can put a call into coach and say, hey, tell Christian Kirk to cool out for a second. Tell Bijan Robinson to fake an injury.
I'm telling you, because I lost a couple too, Cliff, on other tickets where, like, let's say I needed a nigga to get 25 rush yards. A nigga finished with 23, 24.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and
bruh.
that's what I'm saying, and that's why I feel that way. That's why I'm getting to that point, is how many parlays have you had that you were literally 1 point, 1 yard, 1 something off?
Oh, yeah, Cliff. I had one, I lost 3 or 4 legs, and like, each of them were off by anywhere from 2 to 3 points.
And I feel like it's beyond the realm of coincidence at this point.
Right.
Like you're manufacturing this situation. And I'm cool. So I still know that there's a chance to win. Yes, I do. I know that there isn't a chance to win once you start exceeding the 13, 12, and 13 leg parlays. But I also understand that you won't get enough money to entice someone to bet if you don't exceed the 12 and 13 leg parlays. And that's where they get you.
They find a way. Some way, somehow.
Yeah, you got to twos and fuse these niggas. You got to take them for a little bit here, a little bit there. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. you definitely got to put in the long shots, because every now and then a long shot a hit. But the only time that I recommend you put in a long shot is when it is to the contrary of popular belief.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? If everybody's betting on that bet, or that's a featured bet, like the most popular, don't touch that bitch.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go with the opposite. And I'm not saying opposite on every selection. I'm just saying what you think will happen will most likely not. So go with the opposite of what you're believing when you make those selections.
Switch it up. Mm-hmm.
It's basically what I'm getting down to is it's not just about your sports intelligence. It's a game as well. And they're playing that game whether you know you're playing it or not.
I mean, you ain't lying.
So
you're not wrong.
You know, I fall back, and unless I see something that I'm like, oh yeah, I know that one's coming. I got that one. That's the only time I really do that. And it's funny because I thought that would have been the case with the Bills. That's what fucked up my parlay. I mean, it was a couple other things too. I think I put down somebody as a anytime touchdown that didn't get it, but I had the Bills beating the Ravens, and that's what ultimately ruined my. Oh no, I had Keon Coleman anytime touchdown. He didn't get it. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, no, I mean that those anytime touchdown scores, some of them seem so short, you know, on a typical basis, man. And then you put them on the money line or whatever you want to say on the parlay, and then boom, they don't get one. You know,
Josh Allen throw for 4 touchdowns the week before and
didn't throw for
one the week after.
Yeah, I think I had him throwing at least 1 or 2.
I had him throwing 2. I had him throwing, and I think I might have did it anytime for Khalil and Keon. So
I did Khalil too, and didn't Khalil get hurt? Yeah.
Yeah, he had 4 receptions, 62 yards, but he didn't get no touchdowns. But yeah, that hurt me.
Yeah, I mean, well, we can, you know, I mean, there's a game tomorrow, obviously. I put a couple together. I don't know if you did, just a little small, you know, little.
Well, let's do that then. We about to do that right now. We about to bless all the viewers, the 2 of you out there. We about to put together a little parlay on tomorrow's game. Yep. And we gotta bet it. You hear me, Mo? Right. Even if it's only $1, we gotta bet it just because we said we blessing you, so we gotta take the loss as well if we ain't right. But the Bucks-Falcons game, I saw you put your parlay in. I do agree that plus 200 for both Cousins and Baker is a thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see either one of them throwing for less than 200 yards.
I agree, obviously.
I really don't. I don't see that being possible. Only way that's possible is if somebody, God forbid, gets hurt.
Right, yeah.
But if they both play full games, I don't see a realm where they could even touch 199, 189. Nope, it's over that.
They gonna sling that ball.
Right. And Atlanta more so than the Buccaneers. But I was about to say they both have wide receivers that can get yak after the catch.
Yeah, Mike Evans for sure. Chris Godwin when he's hot.
But see, the only reason why I say Atlanta more than the Bucks is because they make spectacular catches that don't necessarily have the opportunity for you to turn and run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're just catching it and hitting the dirt or going down to avoid the hit, but I don't see a lot of them being set up to get busy after the catch.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I see what you're saying.
And I could be wrong, right? Because I think I've only seen 2 Buccaneers games this season. And if I'm being more accurate, I'd probably say 1.3 games. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll change the channel, I'll fall asleep, I'll do all that. I remember watching y'all play the Eagles and the Bucks. I can't remember the other game I watched of the Bucks.
Yeah, I did definitely.
But yeah, basically what I'm saying is it's not like you getting set up like Tyreek or Zay Flowers to hit a slant and just get busy down the field. They don't set him up like that.
Right. No, they don't.
And I think that's because Baker's a shorter quarterback as well. So there are instances where he has to move a bit to get an opening to see.
Yeah, because he's not that tall.
No, not at all. I think he's only like 6 foot, which is tall enough, but you know, for an NFL quarterback, these niggas is fucking 6'6" out here.
At least he ain't Troy Smith.
Yeah, they played my nigga. He never got a shot.
He was in Baltimore.
He got a shot, but he didn't get a shot.
He was the man for 2 games.
You exactly right. Yeah.
His career lasted for a second, but yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay, so we doing plus 200 for Baker Mayfield. Plus 200 for Kirk Cousins. I think it's Kirk Cousin, not Cousins.
No, it's an S at the end.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
Not Kirk Cousins.
Bijan.
I got Bijan getting at least 25 plus yards rushing if it's still available.
I saw you played it safe on that. You put Bijan and
Rachaad White.
Right, for plus 25.
25. That's if it's still available, because I know as we get closer, sometimes they'll be like, you know, they'll take it up a notch to 40 or 45. You know what I mean?
What odds did they give you for that though? Because I feel like they had to have given you good odds.
Let me see.
To take a plus 25. I mean, that's a very safe bet. So I would imagine that would have came in at the very least or most
a lot
negative 170.
Most of my player stats, besides the anytime touchdown scores, I feel like are safe bets, because again, that's what I've been greening. But yeah, to answer your question, let me see. Come on. I was close on the WNBA last night too, Cliff. I put a little parlay together, man.
See, that's where I think the money's at. For real, I just don't know enough.
Yeah, ask your boy. But
I know a few players.
It doesn't say, Cliff, because it's grouped into a parlay. So I can't.
I would say
at this moment,
Bijan gets a.
If you do Bijan plus 25 right now yards, it's minus 1,100.
That's what I was about to say. At the very least, a minus 170, and that had to be very early. That's even unheard of now that I think about it.
And then for Rachaad White, 25 plus is minus 235 for him. So a little bit better odds.
Yeah.
A lot better odds, actually.
I would say, like, thinking reasonably, I would not do a Bijan Robinson plus 75, because what you'll see is a 74 come in. Just like we talked about.
he may end up catching the ball, aside from just obviously running it.
So if you could do, I would do
at least 25. I think
would
that's
do a
how we'll
plus
phrase it.
50.
I mean, yeah, but if you want to be so we'll just describe it like this.
I
If you
would
want to
think
be,
a plus 50 would be safe.
I mean, yeah, but if you want it to be for sure safe, I think the 25 is the bare minimum. You know what I mean? That you go with. But yeah, if you want to, play it a little bit more risky, which I think he is capable of getting it, you could say 50. You could say 50.
I'm putting it down plus 50, Bijan.
Like, I'm not opposed to plus 50. It's just that, like I said, it'd be my luck, injury, something happened, they start throwing the ball more, just the little things.
I will take the plus 25 Rachaad White just for the simple fact that it's showing as a minus 230 right now. That's still decent odds for that. Because I would imagine that should be higher. A lot higher than that.
You think?
Hell yeah. I would think that should be at least in the 700s.
I wonder if Kyle Pitts gets a touchdown.
I wouldn't. I see now. That's where we're gonna get. That's where I want to essentially get to, right? Because I do think that he gets. I don't know if they'll give you. Though it'll have to be receptions. I think he gets at least. I think he gets at least 3 receptions that game.
So yeah, we'll break it down piece by piece to your point real quick, like by the stats, and then like I have the FanDuel app up so I can see the piece by piece. We could do it that way. So like, all right. So if I look at it,
we'll put the bet in now and send it to me.
Okay.
Remember I said we gotta put it in ourselves, even if it's just $1. Gotta lose.
So we already agreed that Kirk and Baker go at least 200 plus each, right?
Yep. I had Bijan at a plus 50.
And then, all right. Well, real quick. So, how many touchdowns do you see Kirk Cousins throwing at least? Ooh. How many touchdowns? Obviously, anywhere from one.
I think he'll. I would say 2.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna say 2+ for Kirk.
Yeah.
How many do you think Baker throws at least?
I would say 1.
Okay, we're gonna go 1+ Baker. Rachaad White. How many rushing yards do we think he's gonna have at least?
I said the 25. What's the next highest though that they will give you?
40 piece.
And what's the odds on that?
A plus 122.
Ooh. Give me the plus 25.
All right, that's a minus 235 odd. Bijan Robinson, you said you have him getting at least 50?
Yeah.
That's a minus 184.
I'm with that.
Mike Evans, how many receiving yards you see him getting?
Ooh. That's another.
I think he'll get at least 25. I mean, if we're being safe.
Yeah, definitely.
If we're being honest, I think he'll get 40 plus. But if we're being safe, I'm fine with the 25 plus.
What's the 40 giving us?
Minus 265. The 25 gives you minus 700.
And just for shits and giggles, what's the next above that?
50 plus at minus 170.
No, I could see like the 43 depending on opening. No, I really don't. You know what? Give me the plus 40 on Mike Evans.
Okay.
Anytime touchdown score.
Wait. So you're saying 40 plus on him and an anytime touchdown score?
I do believe that.
Okay, I agree. So then, all right. So while we're on the topic, do you have Bijan as an anytime touchdown scorer or no? I personally had him down, but I mean, who knows? Obviously.
Let me think. Don't they have that one dude too still?
Tyler
Algier?
Algier. Algier.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too.
And see, that's where they fuck you, right? Because let's be honest, they know this is a Thursday night game.
Right.
Meaning it's the only game available.
Right.
Now they know that there's gamblers, like people thinking and putting shit together like us. And then there are gamblers, which is why they put that number at the bottom of the app.
Right.
So what I'm getting at is I would imagine that the opposition would be betting they're going to get a lot off of us tonight. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't think, again, we could just think with our
general
sports
senses.
knowledge, right? But you got to think of how they think we would think as well.
So we can do alternative slips. So like we can obviously, like, if we do like one particular slip like we're doing now, okay, the next slip we might do it similar, but just a couple different variables. You know what I mean? So that's also something.
Who's the
backup for the Buccaneers?
Otten?
Oh, never mind. I'm looking. Yep, Cade Otton. Yes, sir.
See, I almost feel like I would replace that Mike Evans anytime with somebody like him.
It could be,
because...
but I just know Baker. You know, just like what Baker did with Odell in Cleveland, or tried to do at times. I feel like he's kind of doing that with Mike. Like, Mike, I'm getting you the ball. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, at the same time, I could see that Cade Otton too. His numbers to me haven't always been too impressive, although obviously he gets a touchdown sometimes.
But remember, like I said, we gotta think
outside the box, right? That might be the one. Like, well, what if once again the pains we talked about? What if like all the legs hit, but that's the one? It could go either way, obviously 50-50. I'm just saying, but what if that's the one that stops us?
It's Thursday
that's where it gets
football. I don't think that they're thinking that we're thinking that they're thinking like that.
Might be right.
I think I'm putting a Cade Otton on it anytime.
Like I said, now that's one I guess we can tell people, whoever might be listening, obviously,
right,
up to you.
At your own risk.
At your own risk, like I said, because that's one where I really can't quite get down with, although I can see it maybe happening. But yeah, I stuck to Mike Evans on mine. Okay. I do have Drake London down as one, though. I'll be honest on that.
You got Drake.
If we're saying that he throws 2 touchdowns, one of them, to me, has to be to Drake. And I don't mean that nigga from Canada neither.
Because we know he can't. It could be the Bijan, too, though.
It could be the Bijan. But I'm thinking that's what they're thinking, right? Like, out of everybody on the Falcons offense.
I think I'm comfortable with that, Drake.
Because I'm thinking they're going to game plan the most to try to shut down Bijan.
I think I'm comfortable with that. Okay, I'll put that.
They're going to make Kirk try to beat you with Drake and Pitts and Darnell Mooney, whoever else. I don't know. But yeah, I got me personally so far. I got Bijan anytime touchdown score, Mike Evans, Drake London. I think the only variable we have from you and I right now is the Cade Otto or whatever. Yeah, one. But we got Kirk Cousins so far, 200 plus. Baker Mayfield so far, 200 plus. Kirk Cousins, 2+ passing touchdowns. Baker Mayfield, 1+ passing touchdown. Rachaad White, 25 plus. Bijan Robinson, 50 plus. Mike Evans, we did say 40 plus for him, right?
Yeah.
All right, so moving on, because right now we're only at 10 legs. So
we're at 10 legs?
Yeah, right now we're at 10 legs. It's at a plus 46.32 payout. So, like, for example, $10.
Where you get 10 at?
What do you mean?
Oh, because of the 2. No, wait.
So, Bijan Robinson anytime, Mike Evans anytime, Drake London anytime. That's 3. Kirk Cousins 200 plus. Baker Mayfield 200 plus, Kirk Cousins 2+ passing touchdowns, Baker Mayfield 1+ passing touchdown, Rachaad White 25 plus, Bijan Robinson 50 plus, Mike Evans 40 plus. Each of them are their own legs, and they equal 10 legs right now.
Okay, I think the Bijan Robinson anytime is what I didn't have here.
Yeah. So then, like, if we're going next in line, like, okay, Chris Godwin. Me personally, I think Chris Godwin gets at least 25 plus receiving.
Right.
So, like, but that right there is at a minus 1,200. So, Cade Otton. What do you think, Cliff? You think he gets at least 25 plus or no?
Eesh.
Do we add him to the slip? Do we not add him to the slip?
No, I don't think I'm adding him other than the anytime.
All right. Kyle Pitts. Do we want to add him? And if so, how many yards we think he gets?
What's the plus 25 getting us?
Plus 25 of Kyle Pitts would get us a minus 158.
That's what we'll do.
Minus 158er.
Yeah.
And then,
what's 10 giving us on that?
Are we're doing the Kyle Pitts one or no?
Kyle Pitts plus 25?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 12 legs. $10 would give you $704. And currently, I don't know about you, Cliff, but I have a no sweat where you can do up to $10. So I think I'm gonna probably take advantage of that because either way, obviously, if I lose, I get a $10 credit.
All right.
I'll just use it for Sunday. You know what I mean? Or Saturday with college football too.
Well, put that in for me, and then oh no, you can't send it because I got Cade instead of your Mike Evans.
Well, what you would just do is when I send it to you,
replace that.
Just swap it out.
Do that then. And then we'll do these pick'ems and we out this bitch.
Okay.
Excuse me.
All right, just sent it. And to be honest, I'll probably redo it myself, but just add more like legs. You know what I mean? Especially because it's no sweat, $10. Yeah, we can do
that shit. They be getting me. I know it.
Yeah, you need to. I'm telling you, more bang for your buck.
Let's get to these pick'ems of this bitch. First one we got the Bucks Falcons.
Oh, where's the game at again?
It's at Atlanta.
I'm gonna say Bucks by 3. I think it's gonna be a shootout. I think it's gonna be a great game. But I think maybe, and I could be wrong, but I think maybe Tampa might be the better defense collectively. I could be wrong. I think that's what maybe is going to be the deciding factor. Either way it goes is the defense. But I'm going to say Bucks by 3.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with you.
Which obviously I'm not putting that on the parlay. Like I'm just doing player stats.
Right.
I'm not. That's the last thing I need is the player stats to hit in the money line.
No, I'm going Bucks on that one too. I'm going Bucks 6 though.
Bucks 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jets Vikings.
Vikings been hot, man. I'm gonna go Vikings by 7. You know, Jets just lost to Denver. Aaron Rodgers apparently didn't play the best game, he stated. You know, which I know it's just one game.
7.
Yeah, Vikings are on the roll. They said they might be right now like the best team, like, which is crazy. Sam Darnold.
I'm going Jets 3.
Really? Okay.
I'm going Jets 3 on that one. We got Browns Commanders.
Commanders for sure. And I got Commanders by 10. They are nice. You know, Jaden Daniels, like you were talking about earlier. Cliff Kingsbury is the OC, who's been amazing for him so far. Seems like it's a good duo. You got Dan Quinn, rejuvenated as the head coach there in Washington, looking good, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go Commanders 10. Commanders 10. Defense look good too, low key.
You on the same page on that one too, but I'm gonna just go 7.
Yeah, defense look good.
Next one's a little iffy. Pats Dolphins.
Pats, Dolphins, and I called this right. I've been saying this, and I know you had disagreed. You know, if you don't have Tua as your quarterback on Miami, even though you have the weapons, they seem to not be able to. And I know it's still early, but so far they seem to not be able to show that they can bounce back from that they can win from that they can, like Tyreek Hill, Cliff, another one that I fucked up on. I think he had like 20, not even 25 yards receiving last weekend. I think he had like 23, 24. You know what I mean? That's why I was telling you offline. I was like, does that end up hurting him in the end? As far, like, not as far, we know he's going to be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done, all those things. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying as far as the top 5 and woulda, coulda, shouldas, you know what I mean? Because he never had a stable quarterback.
Right.
You know? But anyways, yeah, I think that they lose. I think Pats win by, is Jacoby still playing? I think Pats win by 7. I'm going to say 7. Give me 7. Because their defense seems to be solid too, a little bit.
They're not bad. This one is tough for me, man.
I mean, you think they still would be the Dolphins with the talent, but like I said, when they don't have the Tua, Huntley didn't even throw for 150 yards last week. Neither did Levis. I had both of them each thrown for the bare minimum 150, bruh. Neither one of them. I think they barely threw for 100 yards, if that.
That was also Tyler Huntley's first week with the team too.
I understand, but like we know that he can throw that ball, and we know that them niggas can get yacked as long as you get them that ball.
I'm going Dolphins 3.
Too much faith. Too much, and it's a divisional opponent. It's over with.
It sure is too.
It's over with. That defense is gonna fuck Huntley up, especially Gonzalez.
Yeah, nah, I ain't pressed. Dolphins 3. Next we got Bills Texans.
Texans have been struggling a little bit lately.
They have.
Bills just got blown out by the Ravens. I'm gonna say Bills by 6. I think Bills bounce back. And Texans still trying to get it figured out, apparently, it seems like. But I don't know, man. Stephon Diggs against his old team, Cliff. We ain't talking about that narrative now that you said it. He might try to show out. They might try to help him show out.
All right.
That's interesting. Should have asked Mike about that before he got off there. I wasn't even thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm going Texans 6.
Oh.
Next we got Raiders Broncos.
I'm gonna go Raiders. I'm gonna say y'all win by 3 because the Broncos, they're trash. I feel like, but at the same time, they've been, I guess, okay lately. I don't know. But I'm gonna say Raiders win.
I'm going Raiders 10.
I mean, is Devontae gonna suit up or no?
I don't give a fuck.
That's crazy how y'all treated my nigga, man. Y'all know he ain't got much time left. Devontae, man. He same age as me. He came there because of Carr. Y'all let his nigga go.
You better lose yourself in the music.
Y'all let his nigga go. So he's basically been a lost puppy since Carr been gone, for being honest.
Carr wasn't good enough. That's why I don't think he'll go to the Saints.
But I heard that his preferred landing spots are the Jets and the Saints, which obviously makes sense.
I would understand.
Yeah, Rodgers or Carr.
I would understand the Jets. I mean, Saints. You know, Saints.
Him, Olave.
I mean, I'm thinking defensively, like Tyrann Mathieu been doing all right, but
Honey Badger ain't got no more honey left.
Pause. I mean, he getting picks and everything. You can't say that. He's still doing his thing, but
I mean, he's decent. Ain't no Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu type, no sir. But
no, but I'm
he's
just saying,
decent.
I would think that the Jets would be, in my opinion, the better squad. It's gonna be the harder route for sure. But when I think about their defense, you still got Sauce, you got Quentin and Quincy. You got
but Sauce ain't been having the sauce lately. You know what I mean?
Man, but that goes with the territory. It's no different from a quarterback. How we say a rookie quarterback's toughest year is going to be their second year because people have time to game plan against you. It's no different with a DB. These wide receivers are watching your tendencies and seeing which routes they can hit you with or what extra move they need to put on the route to get you to bait. So I'm sure it is going to be a tougher year for him, but that doesn't take anything away from his talent or ability. He'll still pull one if you get caught lacking.
All right, for sure.
So
you're not wrong.
So I would say if you gonna go with the guy that you already know in Rodgers in a situation where it's still looking underdogish. Nobody's thinking that the Jets is really gonna do something.
I am.
I mean, I think that they have an opportunity to. I think if they get a situation like Devontae coming there, that definitely boosts the chances, because essentially what you do is you put Devontae out there and then you got Garrett Wilson wide open. Because niggas is still going to double Devontae. Don't get it twisted. They're still going to double Devontae, but Garrett's a guy that needs a double as well.
So you're saying like A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith?
You're right. He's just, Devontae Smith usually gets the bulk of the yards because everybody's focused on AJ. Mm-hmm. It's going to be no different. Now everybody's focused on Devontae, so Garrett's going to be able to run freely. And for a guy like Rodgers that isn't scared to thread the needle, that doesn't mean that Devontae still won't get hit. You still got to watch him, even though he's getting doubled.
All right.
Because one thing I will say, even though he whines a lot, prima donna ass motherfucker, he'll pull in some difficult catches that you like, how did he get that?
Because his arms are at different lengths?
That don't got shit to do with it. I don't know how a shorter arm would help you catch any better, but that he catches. Listen,
he's learned how to use it to his advantage.
Yeah, I mean, we all got shortcomings. You got to overcome. I wouldn't think that a shorter arm. Maybe when you bench press. I know when we was playing football, and whenever you bench press and the bar wasn't even, motherfuckers would be like, "Oh, you jacking off. You jack off with that head."
All right.
So I know Devontae was probably thinking that nigga was whipping his shit because he couldn't get the bar even if he wanted to.
You're a full-fledged.
It was always going to be low on one side.
That's funny. I remember, I probably told you that story. I remember one time in like third grade, dude told me to say in gym class, say you're a full-fledged masturbator. He had an older brother who put him on game. You know me, I ain't had. So I'm thinking he told me it was a good thing. So I say it to the gym teacher with a smile on my face, so I'm a full-fledged masturbator. And he just looks at me and looks at my friend and shakes his damn head. I was like, oh shit. Looking back on it.
You can't be that green.
Like, I was 8 years old.
Man, listen.
My kids don't even know what that means.
I mean, nor should they. But
Right.
you should know that if a motherfucker is geeked for you to say something, why wouldn't you say it? Then you say it. You be a full. You go tell him you a full fledged. Why you need me to? Fuck.
Yeah.
I ain't green enough to just be like, sure, I'll be the guy. No, I know that if you was that geeked about it being said, you'd go say it. I'm not gonna say it.
All right. That's what looking back on it, that's what I should have done. But yeah, no, I mean, I think y'all get the win though. Like you said, they're rivals. Although y'all haven't seen Bo Nix yet, y'all haven't seen Sean. Well, no, y'all seen Sean
This
Payton.
nigga
He's been there
said we haven't seen Bo Nix yet.
Y'all haven't though.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not just trying to sing because like he's just a nobody, but I'm saying you said we haven't seen Bo Nix yet. Like Bo Nix has been something to be seen in general.
They say he's been improving each week.
At the end of the day, and this I could be wrong, but my realm of thinking is we saw the best version of the Broncos with Russell for real.
Nope, because they were hurt. Remember, they had like the most injured people on the team that one season.
They were, but it's still not the same team that it was then.
Right, exactly. In a good way, though. They went with the young bull over Russell. They clearly cleared the way for Bo Nix. You know what I mean?
But they tried to do that last year too.
For who?
When they benched Russell.
And who started? I don't remember.
I can't remember either.
See, that's what I'm saying. Nobody worthy. And I don't mean James.
I can't remember either. Shut the
Nobody
fuck
worthy.
up.
Also, Cliff, the big three has been completed. Heavenly RIP to my guy. Was it John Amos? From Good Times, the father of Good Times. My guy Pete Rose, and obviously, who was the other big one we just said? Yeah, Dikembe Mutombo, man, the big three, man. That was the big three.
Having hit him, Steve. Yeah, you remember I was saying who's the third? It's always the third.
And then ring. I was like, oh,
it's always the third.
As soon as Cliff said it, I said 2024 ending hot. Damn.
Shit, that ain't even got nothing to do with 2024. That's just life in general, G. 2024 is just the way it is because these motherfuckers is trying to drain us for everything we got before we wake up to flip the table.
Flip the table and flip the script.
You hear what I'm saying? I can't even find my damn vape.
Oh, you and that damn vape. But yeah, I think y'all get that win. Where's the game supposed to be at?
That's in Denver.
Ooh, I don't know, Cliff. That altitude is different. Is O'Connell balanced enough? Is Gardner balanced enough? That altitude different. That oxygen different.
Pressed about that though. Well, that is different for Gardner, but put Aiden in.
Aiden might not be ready for that either, Cliff. Like I said, that's different altitude, man.
I believe he's already played there.
Oh, right. Well, and how did he do the last time? That's the question.
Yeah, I believe Aiden's already played there.
And how'd he do? Did he do good? Did he do bad? Did he do decent?
I mean, Aiden did great in the games he played. He had a winning record in the games he played. You forget he the one that put up the 56-point win against the Chargers.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he had that's why I said it would have made more sense to put him as the starter over Gardner. But I wanted Gardner to start because I didn't want the Raiders to believe in him. And I know me saying that out loud sounds crazy to say, but again, he's not a starting quarterback.
Who, Gardner?
No, Aiden.
I
mean, Gardner might not be either, but Aiden definitely is not.
I think y'all think he's him.
You can't change timid. You know what I'm saying? You can't
Why not?
change timid. That's something that you are or you aren't. And if you're just not willing to take a hit or be vulnerable to get a good play, you're not a starting quarterback.
True.
You see Josh Allen's, and not even to big up my guy, but Trevor Lawrence's, you see them put their bodies on the line to get a play. Even if they gotta
do that,
try to dive over a defensive lineman, that's what they're. But when you have a quarterback that isn't on that par of capability and you're scared to get hit, I can't do nothing with you. What can we do with you?
Yeah.
So, I'm glad Gardner's getting the spot. I hope.
Did you hear about the Antonio? Well, I wouldn't call it drama, but Antonio Pierce had liked a post online. They said Devontae Adams has not spoke to Antonio Pierce or vice versa since he announced I want to be traded.
Right.
And they said that Antonio Pierce did like a post online talking about the possible Devontae Adams trade. He had liked the post on social media. Pierce did.
I mean, I like that. Like me personally, I like that from a Raiders coach. I like that. Like I don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you want, I want that for you. I want you out just as bad as you want out. Don't get it twisted. One bad apple spoils the bunch, and if you feel like you too good to play here, I don't want you here either. So for sure, I'll like a post. If you want to go, I want you to too.
You sound like the jobs in America now.
Well, no, that's how it should be. But right now, we got to deal with a lot of people. I was about to really go there, but a lot of unfit individuals. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that lied on their resume.
Right.
That's what's going on now is you have to deal with a level of stupidity that's almost physically painful. That's where we're at now, and the reason why you don't have to bring it full circle, the next man up mentality is because you're draining the pool of individuals that are capable of doing this.
Right, yeah.
And the only reason you're doing that is because you're succubuses and you're trying to drain us of everything we got, money and energy.
Yeah, that is wild. You're not wrong.
That's a whole nother story. Who we got in the Cowboys-Steelers game?
That's going to be tough. Where's that game going to be at? Pittsburgh?
Definitely.
Yeah, that defense is trying to get after them Cowgirls.
Right.
I'm thinking the Steelers win by 6.
Now that one right on the same.
Yeah, Cowgirls, they fold under.
Right on the same.
Under pressure.
With the score and everything.
And like I said, that defense in Pittsburgh been looking good overall.
And the Cowboys fold, especially when it's pressure involved.
And Micah Parsons got hurt. I'm pretty sure I read. So I don't remember what happened to him, but he had
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I think he had got hurt recently from what I had seen. Because I seen a quote where he was like, "Man, I ain't gonna lie, I always thought I was kind of invincible." Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Everybody break. Everybody break.
But I know the feeling though.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know the feeling. And then when it happened, you remember, yeah, I'm not Superman. I'm not as young as I used to be. My hips don't move the same way.
What the injury is.
Yeah, see what the injury is. I thought it was something with his leg or his foot or something.
Let me see. out for the foreseeable future.
Plantar fasciitis.
Shut the fuck up. Seeking help. It's not saying at all.
Oh, I thought I seen something. Okay, on NFL.com when I was pulling up the article that
it's not saying at all in that article, at least.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was on NFL.com. I thought I seen him make a quote about it.
Okay, maybe I was wrong. That's what I just looked at ESPN. High ankle sprain.
Yeah, I knew it was something. High ankle sprain. I mean,
like that. I was thinking like an injury. I thought it was like.
No, I knew it wasn't nothing crazy, but I mean, he got banged up.
High ankle sprain. Sit out. Yeah, sit out against Pittsburgh. You was going to lose anyway. So at least this way you get to save face. Like, I wasn't playing. It'd have been different if I played. You can talk about that on your little podcast with CJ Stroud and still look like that guy in Dallas.
Him and CJ Stroud are funny.
Oh no, I'm not saying that to see him. I like him. That's exactly what I would do. Don't get it twisted. I would do the same thing.
Right.
And I would be talking shit when I did it. Like, yeah, you ain't see. I wasn't out there though. You lucky my ankle was sprained, or y'all wouldn't have did that.
He said this wouldn't have taken place.
Right, knowing it probably would have been the same outcome if I was out there. I would be talking shit because I wasn't, and that's on you for not being able to play me.
You ain't wrong.
Last game, Saints Chiefs. This is interesting.
Chiefs. I mean, Rashee Rice got hurt, but they still got Juju. Your boy didn't do anything. He pissed me off the other week.
Who?
What's the Carson Steele? Is that his name for the Chiefs? Like their fullback / running back / like other tight end.
Excuse me.
Like
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, they got a dude that they've been relying on more than Kelsey.
I don't think that I've seen a whole Chiefs game this year.
Yeah, they got a guy that they've been Mahomes has been kind of having more faith in other than Kelsey to get it done. Another white guy. And that's his name, but
Carson Steele?
Yeah. Pretty sure that's his name is Carson Steele.
So you got Chiefs what?
Where's the game at? I'm sure it's in Kansas City.
You know it is. And you know them refs gonna play a part in it like they do for Kansas City. Stop playing. I don't care who you is. You could be the biggest Kansas City fan. That's undeniable.
I'm going to say Kansas City by 10. Like I said, I know Rasheed's out. Pacheco's out. They do have Kareem Hunt. They do have Juju. At the end of the day, they do have Patty Mahomes. They do got Chris Jones on defense, along with a couple other players. Although, again, the Saints are tough, too. Like you said, at the end of the day, they got Derek Carr. I don't know if he can get it done.
Saints 6 and OT.
Saints 6 and OT. So you're putting your faith in your boy Carr?
Yeah, I think that's the bittersweet irony of it all. Is that you couldn't get it done in their division with them, but you miraculously got it done with the Saints in the NFC.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's a very, very hot take.
So I think 6 and OT.
That's
I'm not even going to put OT. I'm going to cross that out just because it's the, pick 'em. So just 6. It doesn't matter where it's at.
All right.
But I'm calling probably OT.
OT.
But that's it. Who you got hitting them?
I had one too.
I got one if you need some time.
Who you got?
I gotta give it to Devontae. Real talk, and that's not me being like no bitter Raiders fan or nothing like that. I'm usually able to be a pretty good guy at compartmentalizing the differences between, but my issue is that, like I said, it's not a good look the way you're doing it, because again, you're up for $44.4 million next year.
All right.
Whatever team that you go to, that's why light bulb just popped off. That's why you said the Jets or the Saints, right? Because
right.
you know whatever team you go to has to have somebody there to put a good word in for you, because that's a hell of a lot of money to be paying for one player for 1 year.
Yeah, he's about to be 32. Mm-hmm.
And then on top of it, for you to be so much of a prima donna to say I'm not playing to at least advertise why I'm worth the 444. You gotta hit him. You're dumb for that. So what happens if your man who's putting the good word in for you can't come through?
Right.
And you do get traded because you already see a head coach like in the post. And you end up somewhere like Carolina.
Then what?
Right. And you got to ride out the rest of your career like Cam Newton. Start a podcast. Go hit them showers before you
I would say
start that podcast.
My hit the showers got to go to Philly, to the Eagles. Just because, I'm not surprised that we lost to the Buccaneers because to me they are a good team. I've been saying that all along.
Yeah, I like the Bucks. The Bucks look nice.
But 16-33. I didn't even see the game. I just heard, I could just imagine. Y'all are trash. Y'all have to do better exponentially on all sides, all phases of the game of football.
That was a night game too, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was.
I think it was because I did start that game. Them night games get me, boy.
Hell yeah, we go on to like 11:30 or so.
I'll be watching. I can get through like the first quarter, and then after that first quarter, if they show one too many commercials, boy, I'm out of there.
Oh yeah, especially if you've been drinking.
I'm out of there. Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, especially if you've had a couple to drink. Yeah, you out of there.
Listen, it's Sunday, so you know I have.
Right. Yeah, you be out like a light, snoring on the couch.
Drink a couple beers, watching the game.
Lit.
Playing the game, watching the game.
There's a couple fights this weekend, I think, Cliff, as far as UFC. I think Pereira fights this weekend.
UFC is every weekend.
They making that. Hey, Dana White making. Hey, I don't know if you noticed. Dana White. Dana White and them had merged. What's it called? I'm trying to think of the name of the company. They basically had merged a sports entertainment deal to where it's UFC and WWE under one umbrella.
We knew that though. They did that.
TKO. It's called TKO is the company name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they did that a while ago.
Well, no, they had officially did it like about a year ago, because that's when Vince McMahon got caught up in that scandal stuff himself.
Yeah, that shit was all planned out.
Yeah, well, the nigga had to sell his stake. He got hit the showers too, actually. Hit the showers, Vince McMahon, with your old ass. Boy, you done had a company running your family for 70 plus years, and over some Diddy type crazy sex crave scandals and shit, you done lost it all. And I'm sure he still has some money. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying like his.
I think this Diddy shit.
His family business and legacy.
I think this Diddy shit is finna bust some shit wide the fuck open.
Oh yeah, it's finna go crazy.
Because what I will say is Diddy is not no dumb nigga. I'm sure that this nigga has contingency on contingency.
You think?
Oh, I'm positive. Oh, I'm positive that he like, yeah, they got me right now. But wait until I tell him about that one tape. That one tape that's locked in my vault. That one tape that you ain't gonna be able to find to seize. Yeah. Wait till that one tape that I've dubbed to my computer to a HDMI to that I got everywhere. He's going, I'm telling you. And if he's going to die, God forbid, but if it's deep as I think it is, they're going to try to kill him on some Epstein shit. Either that or they're going to try to funnel him out and say they killed him on some Epstein shit.
On some Tupac shit.
No, they smoked my nigga.
They ain't had no open casket.
Yeah, they smoked him.
They ain't had no open casket.
Right, but I mean, it was a drive-by into his car window. Most of them shots is upper body.
Yeah, but
we don't know where you hit. Yeah, we can hope that it was clean enough that all of them hit torso and we can just plug you up and put you in a casket. But we don't know that some of them didn't come up through that shit into your face.
50 got shot 9 times, one of them being in the face, and he's still here. Yeah, that was at close range.
I mean, that miracles happen, but the beauty of that is somebody's just shooting you as opposed to ricochets. Ricochets kill people just like shooting a motherfucker, and shooting through a car door. That's what's the bad thing about it, is because it might have just went through your leg, where now that the car door hit it and slowed it down, it's going and bouncing up through your shit, ripping through arteries. And that shit deep.
Damn, that's wild.
That shit deep. My shit, never mind. But like, subscribe, and share. Tell a friend and tell a friend. They might find good sports info. They might find reasons to stay out them streets. Either way, you'll find a reason to enjoy it. We'll catch you next time, bitches.
Fuck them Raiders, trash ass niggas.
Fuck you, nigga.
They dismay.